Anyway, Kaya.
Angel. I can't believe the angel is here.
Are you the owner of the shop?
That's a symbol,
right.
you know.
At least for now.
Adam sent me to pick up the
That
new
could actually be
propulsion control
significant.
board he ordered. I'm here. Is it ready?
It's ready.
Why is
even have
Eve's
a
eye
spare one,
color?
too.
Good to know.
Why is Eve's eye color
Let's see.
different depending from the
How
scene
much
so
is
much?
that going to cost?
Oh, no. You can just
That is an
take this.
insane difference on her eyes.
I heard you come to help us.
She has light
Of course,
brown eyes,
I'll do
normally.
what I can to help you as well.
Really?
But look at this scene, her eyes are like
accept it.
black.
Thank you. In return, is there something else I can maybe help you with?
Oh, no.
It's just that you look like you had something weighing on your mind.
Did I now? I guess I can't hide anything from you, Angel.
Do you want to give me the full story?
All right. One day, I was out working in the scrap plains of the wasteland when I ran into some Nitibas. I had to ditch my bike and my trunk during the escape. The bike got caught between hunks of metal. I had to leave it behind, or I wouldn't have made it out alive.
A bike. Can you give me the exact location? I do have to go out to the wasteland. I'll go ahead and find out.
Oh, thank you very much.
Eve is not gonna stop excessively nodding her head in this playthrough either, is she? Now, I picked up something interesting there that kind of doesn't make too much sense. So, you notice how... I mean, we already know that Eve is not very accustomed to how human, like, mannerisms work. But for some reason, just by looking and listening to Kaya here, she's able to easily pick out the feeling that she has something in her mind that bothers her, that she wants to probably get help for, but she doesn't want to ask it. Now, this is interesting for a couple reasons. First was the one that I already mentioned, which is just, you know, Eve being the kind of like battle android that is not exactly meant to understand people's feelings and their like exact behavior. Like, your entire purpose is to mostly just be a combat unit only, right? Kind of same as 2B in something like Nier Automata. But Eve throughout the game, for some reason, she talks about her like some kind of sixth sense of some kind, where she like feels like certain like senses about her environment that literally nobody else in the same scene feels. It happens many times throughout the game, but this is one of the examples where I think her sense, the sixth sense as I would call it now from now on, like she just randomly feels it here. And that is the thing that tells her that Kaya is distressed and distraught by something. Not by her exact behavior. Although, it could also be because she is very profusely, like, suggesting the idea with her movements, the way she talks, the way she stutters with her words a bit, and the awkward looks that she keeps giving. And also this stand that she has on right now. Like, she's got this, this is what we in psychology we would call this a soothing like behavior on the body, where a person is either crossing their arms, for example, or they are crossing their legs, or holding their limbs very tight to each other. and they are trying to like appear as least intimidating to their surroundings as possible. This is a soothing mechanism that you will also do in situations where you feel distressed or anxiety or nervousness. It is a behavior that you cannot hide unless you consciously think about it everywhere you go. So, all of these together, you could also say that Eve is basically just making a logical, like, deduction on Kaya's entire appearance in this scene, and based off that, she's going into the conclusion that she's distressed and distraught by something that happened in the past, and she wants to ask help, but she doesn't have the courage to do it. So Eve has to make the first move. But yeah, that's my thoughts about this song. And also take into account the idea that, well, I kind of already mentioned this, but like Eve is a very immature and childish. Is she looking at the... Why is she looking at me? Okay, I did not know that. What the fuck? That's fucking creepy. Interesting. So if you idle long enough, she starts looking at the plate. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, Eve is a very childish and immature and frail and quite insecure and anxious with her personality and the way that she carries herself. Like, she's very much a child with both how old she feels and how she behaves, you know? So for her to have this kind of emotional and behavioral intelligence is something that she only has due to either her sixth sense, some kind of powers with her feel that she specifically has, or maybe the androids in the 7th Airborne Squadron have, or possibly because maybe she's some kind of deviant even. Like, maybe there's something that is like just different about this generation, or specifically maybe her, that differentiates her from her peers. Which is totally possible, I suppose. But that's kind of the thing with the first playthrough as well. I kind of expected Eve to... I mean, I've already delved into this character arc already, but like Eve and Lily both, they continue to be very stagnant, like in their character growth throughout the game. And there's very obvious reasons for that I have explained before, which I'm not gonna do now because it would take way too long again, so I'm gonna keep this a little shorter. But because of those reasons, because of her character arc being so like stagnant and so reserved throughout the story, it makes it feel quite strange that with her having these special traits of understanding some people's or androids' feelings like this, it's very strange that at the end of the game or throughout the game, she does not like significantly change with her like attitude and her like behavior and decision making. Like, she doesn't become like very significantly like radical, I guess you could say, with her entire demeanor. I was expecting that to happen at some point on my previous playthrough, but she never does that. She still stays very much true to her first self that we see at the start of the game. And one big reason for that could be because of the amount of time that the game takes place in, which is only like few days, maybe a week or something, and then everything goes to shit in here or something. But yeah, anyway, I've blabbered a little long here, so...
Sisters, oh, Angel! I didn't know it was you.